Okay, welcome to Husband Not Dad, episode 2.
We slacked on the first one, but the second one, we finally got around to it.
Yeah, we'll do a video about our trip this summer. We took a long camping trip around the United States. We live near Savannah. We went all the way to Colorado, out west to San Francisco, down to LA, and then back across through all the national parks, did all that
If
stuff.
you follow us on Instagram, you've seen lots of pictures about it.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram. We actually have 2 separate accounts. I'm Van Thornton, and she's at Courtly.
Courtly B. Courtlyb.
Right. So what we thought we would do is I cook every meal, and thought I'd do a little kind of a cooking show. Now, these are not my original recipes. These are recipes that I use. They're fast and they're easy, and they're for 2 people, and it's hard to cook for 2 people. And while we're doing this, we thought we'd give you some relationship advice. So the first thing, this is a fettuccine Alfredo with asparagus. It's very healthy and very easy to do. I took a small amount of fettuccine, about the size of a quarter. We'll feed 2 people, so you just grab it and think about the shape of a quarter and hold it in your hand and throw it in there. It's been cooking for about 7-8 minutes, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the asparagus in there on top of it and let that asparagus cook for a couple of minutes, and then the dinger will go off and let me know that's ready. So we thought we would talk a little bit about communication because, yeah, that's chicken broth. Communication, because that's one of the keys to having any relationship, especially one that has an age gap. Our age gap is over 30 years. And so we talked about this a lot, and you have to communicate your ideas to each other and your expectations. One of the things with the big age gap with me is that I'm at a point where maybe some activities aren't the best thing for me. Usually older guys get hurt on trampolines and skiing and stuff like that. And she's at a great age to learn how to surf. So we've even talked about that. If you want to surf, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to be with you while you surf. I'm not going to surf. But you really have...
a hype man.
Yeah. You have to make an effort to make sure that you are together on this. You know, they're doing the same things at the same time. And I didn't get the... Oh, there it is. Go ahead, baby. Any ideas on that?
Yeah, so we were just talking about, you kind of have to know what comes with it. So we're lucky in the fact that we have to do the same thing. But people ask me all the time, how can I get this person who's older than me or who's younger than me to, how can we have a successful relationship?
Thank you.
And I tell them, it's not an advantage to date someone with a big age gap. If anything, you have to be prepared for it to be a disadvantage. So I don't know, you just kind of have to know what comes with the territory and be able to accept the baggage that comes. Everybody has baggage, so you just kind of have to pick and choose the baggage.
I have 2 marriages worth of baggage. Courtney and I are not typical. I listen to the music she likes. I'm a musician, so I kind of changed with the times. I don't listen to music I graduated from high school with in the 70s. I mean, once in a while I will. I like 40s music, but I like all kinds of music. There's no kind of music. Another thing I have to tell you, if you date a guy that's older, he's going to have a dad bod.
Dad bod for the win.
So it's just part of the deal. There's some things you have to accept. I mean, and these are really things that are like, it doesn't matter what your relationship is, right?
Right.
It either is or it isn't.
But I think with every relationship, you're going to have things that come with it that you got to accept or not accept. So you just have to put it all out on the table early. And I don't know, honesty is key.
It is very key. This morning we had a conversation. Actually, yesterday we were watching a movie, and it was Good Will Hunting. And I think this is a good example. It's a good example.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting, he gets mad at Minnie Driver, and he hits the wall. And Courtney makes a statement, just off the cuff, if you ever do that, blah, blah, blah.
I ain't sticking around.
I'm not sticking around. And, you know, I thought about it.
I know that he wouldn't, but still, it's me being a sassy, you know.
So I said, after I thought about it a minute, I said, you know, it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. And she said, oh, really? Why? I said, well, because I want you to know that I would never hurt you. And here's the bottom line of that. It's not that it hurt my feelings. It's that we communicated about it, that we talked to each other about it.
Yeah.
And we were open with each other. So what I did just then, this is a little bit of butter in a pan, and I'm going to make Alfredo sauce. And it's not going to be like a fancy Alfredo. It's going to be a very simple Alfredo. So I'm going to cook this in a at a medium high heat. I cooked the pasta. I threw the asparagus in. I've got it sitting over there. It's good to go. It's ready to put on a plate. And as a matter of fact, I'll probably go ahead and plate that because this won't take very long at all. The good thing about these videos is they won't last long because it doesn't take long to cook this stuff.
If you've been keeping up with our adventures or whatever, Bowen has graduated from basic for the Air Force and is now at tech school. So if you're following, you know, for him, somebody asked about him in one of the comments of the last videos. He's doing well in the Air Force. No longer living with us, but he's doing great.
So the next thing is 1.5. This is 3 cloves of garlic. This is 1.5 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to sprinkle that in there with that 2 tablespoons of butter. And basically it makes what is commonly referred to, it's kind of a sauce. Sometimes people call it a roux or whatever. You just kind of mix that around. Okay, and I'm going to get that going. And then once that goes a little bit, I'll get my whisk out. And I'm going to whisk in, this is 4 ounces of bone broth. I get the Sam's Club. It's real cheap. I don't do anything expensive. Bone broth that's organic. And I'm going to add that a little bit at a time. And Courtney, I don't know. We need 2 cameras, don't we?
Yeah.
So it's just, you're just whisking it in.
We'll get our setup better eventually, but
yeah.
We wanted to see how interested people were in these before we just spent all our time making documentary videos.
Yeah, so I'm going to whisk that in there, and I'm going to combine that real good. I get my recipes from a app called Mealtime. It's easy. They're healthy. I can change them a little bit as needed, and it works real good for me. All right. So once this is kind of smooth, you can see right there, I got it kind of like a paste, I guess.
Like a gravy.
Like a gravy, yeah. Then I'm going to add a little bit of milk. This is 4 ounces of whole milk. Okay, I'm going to keep doing the same thing until it thickens. This will take 4 or 5 minutes. So yeah, and you know, I think it's important also, Courtney, that you find activities that you not only can do together, you need activities you can do together.
Yeah.
We like to hike.
But it's still healthy also to have your own interests.
Yeah.
I don't love you have hobbies that I'll willingly do with you, but like it's not something I would go out and do on my own if I was single.
Right. Or sometimes we'll just watch the other one do their hobby, you know.
Yeah.
I like to play music. I like to perform and sing, and she'll go watch me. And we're probably going to do some duet videos where we sing and play duets.
Yeah, we're going to do some cover videos. We talked about that while we were on the road. I've got some songs in mind, and if there's a particular song you would like to hear, you may drop it in the link or the comments below. I can't guarantee we'll sing it, but
yeah, we'll do our best.
We'll bring it to my attention.
So we sing a little bit, but you know, again,
Dan's the musician.
There's a great movie called Phenomenon with John Travolta. And in the movie, the girl that he's kind of his love interest makes chairs, and they're terrible. They're the worst chairs ever made. They're ugly. They're uncomfortable, but he buys them. And
like a whole room full of them.
Buys them like his house is full, and she figures out he's doing all the buying, and it makes her mad. But nonetheless, all right. So this is
buy your girls chairs.
This is thickened now. You can see that's a nice thick sauce, and to that I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, and continue. Permission cheese. If it's not cheesy enough, I may add some more. I used to spend hours grating my own Parmesan, but this company called Frigo
Easy peasy.
makes a good grated Parmesan that I can take and throw in there.
Our dogs are patiently waiting in the floor for Van to drop some cheese.
Yep, they're waiting on me to drop something so that they can eat.
Shout out to our little vacuum cleaners.
All right. Okay, so we're about ready. We're actually right on top of it. The one thing I didn't do, this is the pasta. I didn't reserve pasta water. Terrible. The reason you do pasta water is because pasta water has a little starch in it that helps thicken it up. But I think we're okay. I'm just going to add that sauce to it. Yep. And if you say, well, I really like chicken, add chicken. I really like green beans, add green beans. So I even, Courtney's kind of a meatitarian. So I actually made some chicken. Show them over there, baby.
Chicken in this nice fancy dancy Tupperware bowl that has been pre-cooked.
Fancy dancy, that's a good southern word.
Fancy dancy. Yeah. Pre-cooked chicken smells delicious.
So there you have it. Really and truly, you're done. All you got to do now is mix this together. Plate it. Oh, that's ugly. You have to have the courage of your convictions.
Scout says hi to everyone on the internet.
Are you holding Scout up?
She's dancing.
Scout has her own
We were dancing.
Instagram.
If you would like to follow Scout on Instagram, she has one. You can go on my page and find it. Page. You can go on my page and find it.
And there we go. Two meals and they're healthy. There it is, fettuccine Alfredo with asparagus and a little salt and pepper. And we're done. If there's anything you'd like for us to talk about, as long as it's not too risque, we'll do it.
We're hard to offend, but, you know.
Yeah, that's another thing. When you're married to someone a lot younger or a lot older, you have to be hard to offend. People will try, and it's cute. We think it's funny. And we hope you enjoy our channel. If you want more cooking ideas or better job, tell me, and we'll do our best.
Mwah.
Mwah. Bon appetit.
Kiss for the chef.
Mwah.
Bye.